Hey there, crafty friends, it's Annie from Vintage Lace Journal, and I'm here today with something a little bit different to what I usually do, but I'm going to do some different ways with doilies. Now, I've got quite a collection of doilies mounting up. I saw these the other day on sale, so I grabbed these, some of them from Amazon, some of them from just my local shop. But what I thought I'd do is I'd actually show you some ways that you can actually use doilies in your everyday craft, whether it be junk journal, card making, anything like this. So, one of the first things I thought I'd start you off with is how to use these as just a decoration on everyday things. So, I made this junk journal a while ago, and as you can see, this is the front cover. This was a masterboard with all bits of book. I just put some white gesso on the top, and I've never really actually done anything with this. I started to use it as a bit of an art journal, which you can see here, and then it's been shoved to one side. But what I thought I could show you on here is some of the ways that I've used the doilies. So one of the ways is to use a doily is to obviously use it on the front cover like this, which makes a nice decoration for you to then put something on the front of it. So obviously you can have that as like a backing card to that. The other way you can use them is actually inside your journals as well. So if I just come to a page, like a blank page here, you can just get a doily, and these are quite cheap to buy. They come in packs, and just peel them apart. Just be really careful when you peel them, because sometimes they do rip if they're stuck together quite firmly. So just peel that apart. And then again, you can either come around the side and just fold in that way, or you can go over the top and fold on that way. Okay. Another thing you can do is you can actually use this to decorate part of your page as well. So I've got this blank page here, and I've just got some pink. So this is one of my newer ones. Distress ink. So I'm just going to show you how you can use this. I'm just going to pop something underneath here. I'm going to grab a bit of paper. Why is there never a bit of paper around? You need one. Okay, so just because I don't want to get this on the next page of my journal, so I'm going to pop that under there. Now, because this is almost like a stencil, you can actually put that in like the corner part of your journal, and then just come in with your ink and going over the top, just making sure that's going through, is then come round and use this to stencil through. And obviously where the holes are, making careful you're not going over the edges, it will leave a pattern. Okay, so there you can have this beautiful stencil. Okay, so stenciling through a doily is a really good idea. You can also then still use this because you'll have a nice pink doily. And you can obviously go around to make a circle and put something in the middle if you wanted to. So inking through them is another good idea. You can also use them to create little pockets. Now obviously doilies aren't very sturdy, so it's not going to be a massively... I'm just wondering how to do it that way, to fold it. And you have to make sure you're getting your fold marks in line with each other here. I'm just going to move my camera down a bit. Okay, and then fold it again. And this will give your doily a bit more strength. Okay, so what you can do is just come in with a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to glue these parts of the doily together, so where there's lots of things to glue onto, and then just those layers across the top there. So popping some glue in just so that all holds down, and then this can serve as a pocket. So I'm just going to come in with my ink. I'm just going to ink up the rest of that, and then that can be popped on the corner of a page or this corner here. So just pop some glue along the edge and down the other side, and then just pop that in the corner of your page. Oh, this is a nice garish bright pink now, but you can imagine what it would look like. And then that serves as just a little corner tuck spot. Okay, so that can be your pocket. So that's another use for our doily there. So we've got decoration purposes, we've got a stencil, and we've got pockets. Now obviously you can use them as standalone pockets as well. Now I've got videos of this before, but I'm just going to re-show you how to do these. So there's two ways you can make pockets, and the first way is like so. So I'm going to choose a slightly bigger doily just to show you how to do this. So what you do is you get your doily, and I try and like to line it up so I've got like the bit put at the top. Okay, now you're going to mark off roughly where your centre is. So I would say my centre is roughly there. Okay, just do a little dot, and then I'm going to bring one side of my doily in to that dot, and again all the time making sure you try to keep this as straight as possible, and then fold along there, and then bring my other side of my doily in and fold along there. So this is way number one. You can make your doily pocket is you then fold this bottom part up like so, and then you simply glue down these little bits here. So across that little bit there, first of all, which just holds those parts in place, and then you just glue down these two side parts here, along there and along there, and then you fold that up like so. Okay, and that creates a nice little pocket in like that. Okay, so you can come along again with your bits and pieces. I'll just put that now, and just tuck it in there. Exactly. Okay, so it creates one pocket behind there. And here I've made a smaller version of that. So I've just got my little card in here. And then you obviously decorate them however you want to decorate them. I've been having a bit of a clear out lately. So I've been having a look at all these kind of stickers. I've got absolutely loads of stickers from when I used to do card making. So I'm starting to use those in my crafting. What you can also do with these doilies, like I've done on this one here, is to just ink around the edges. Now you probably need to do that before you glue it. So I was trying to think, get my green thing then. So again, just link in with the green. So I've obviously chosen to do a green butterfly on here. So I'm just going to come in with the green ink. And just inking those edges just lifts the whole project. Obviously it's a doily, so you need to be careful when you're inking edges because it will rip quite easily. I'm just going to grab my ink again. And then you just go around. Like I said, it's best to do this part obviously before you glue it because it's quite tricky to then do that. So I'm going to actually bring in my acrylic block, and it's nice to just push down onto that. And it's a bit more secure and less likely to rip. So you push it down and just pull it away. So push, just pull it away. Push and pull, and that gives you that nice green inked effect. There we go. And if you want to do that bit in there, what I can do is just lift that up slightly. Just pop my acrylic block in. I'll show you the difference because this kind of like lifts a pocket away from the other cream part behind it. Okay, so that's our one type pocket. Like same as that one. I've just done this one a little bit lower down. Now, to extend on that, you can make a double pocket. So I'm just going to come in with another doily, just making sure I've just got the one. You have to be quite careful with these because sometimes you can make a project and really realise you've actually used two. And I can see there's two here. Concentration. I can't talk and concentrate. There we go. So again, just carefully tease the edge parts away because these will rip, and it's usually this part that sticks where they've been punched out together. So it's worth a while just taking your time, popping yourself all the way around. Okay, so when you look at these, there's kind of like the nicer side where there's the embossing, and there's this side where there's debossing. So I always try and have this on the outside. So you want to start with the nice side facing down, because then you're bringing your nice parts into the middle. So again, just come in with a pencil, roughly mark the middle, and then bring one side in and the other side in. Okay, then again, like before, you're going to bring this bottom part up. Don't bring it right up. You want it about just over halfway. So when I say halfway, my halfway mark was here, so I'm bringing the edge up just to about there. There we go. Okay, now this time we're going to unfold it, and where you've got these two lines across here, we're going to make a cut. So open these up, and you're going to come along, so it was bottom, I'm going to turn it to cut it. So I'm cutting along that line just to where it meets the centre point here, and I'm going to turn and do the other side. So again, cutting along that line, stop when you get to this line. Okay. Now what you're going to do is, like the way you did before, you're going to glue these parts down. So again, you do need a bottle with quite a fine tip on it, because you only want to pick up the glue on the parts that are cut. So just along that bottom part there, I'm going to pop my glue on up to where the fold is there, and same on the other side. So just gluing along that part at the bottom. Okay, and then bring those in and hold those down. Now again, I haven't inked this, but I should have inked this obviously before I do this. Now here's where you get your second pockets. What you do is you bring the whole bottom flap up like this, and you're going to bring these flaps now inwards the opposite way. So fold it back in on itself that way, and then you fold it back in on itself that way. There we go. And again, you just pick up the glue on the inside down these little bottom parts. So just putting a little bit of glue on there, making sure it's dead straight on the bottom before you push it down. And again on the other side, just popping that glue along where those cuts are at the bottom, and then bringing that over and folding that down. Now the last glue you want to do is gluing this part up again, so gluing down this side here and down this side here. And then fold those up and hold those down. And there you have it. So this time we've got a back pocket here, but you've also got two smaller pockets at the front here. Now I've got this really lovely pad. They don't have it in stock anymore. I got this from Craft Stash, absolutely love it. There's all little die cuts that you just basically pop out. So you come to a page, and then obviously they've got these little cabinet cards in here you pop out, but they've also got lots of floral things as well. So these are really lovely to just pop them out. A little bit of glue. I'm going to glue on here rather than on the actual flower, just because obviously the holes will then glue onto what's behind it. I'm just going to move that out of the way in case it smudges. Okay, so you just glue that onto there, and they can have, and obviously decorate this to your heart's content. You can obviously do these bits here. You can put some inking around the edges as well. So on this one, it lends itself to that brown colour again. Goodness knows where my brown thing has gone. So yeah, two ways to make that pocket. So first of all, you just fold it once. Second time you fold it, then you fold it back, and obviously create this double pocket like so. And one of the last ways I'm going to show you how to use a doily is to actually make just a tiny little mini envelope. So like before, you mark the centre and you fold your edges in, and then you're going to fold this bottom part up, and then the top part is just going to come down, and that does create, once you open it, a tiny little envelope. So what you need to do first of all is you're going to cut out these little sections here, so these top little parts here. So I'm just going to come in and nick that bit there and up, and on this side do the same, so down to that crease mark and down. So I've already inked this part, so that's going to be my top part, so I've inked that in pink. Just bring that a bit closer. Okay, so all you've done really is fold your doily like this, and you've cut those two parts off. And then what you do is you're going to fold that in, and again you only want to pick up the glue just down this very bottom part along here where that fold is. So I'm just going to come along with my glue in there, just so that very bottom part picks up there and there, because obviously you want to keep this top part open for whatever goodies you decide to put inside. And then this top part will be folded, and so you glue the side parts down here, but you also glue that top part just there. So where you've got that edge, that glue sits quite nicely on there. All right, and you're just going to glue that there. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure something goes inside there so it hasn't caught the glue. Okay, and there we have a little tiny little envelope. So I'm going to get my little sticker book just to see if I've got something small enough to post inside. Oh, that's quite sweet. A little love letter. And I could write something on the back and then pop that inside my teeny tiny little envelope. How cute. Okay, and then fold it. And then I've got a little sticker that just says thank you, and a tiny little heart just to go there. How cute is that? Very dainty little tiny envelope. So there we go. Lots of different ways you can use your doilies in your projects. There we go. And I hope you have great fun making some doilies and using them in your projects. Take care, crafty friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye!